Starting recording. Excellent. So we will start in seated position because technically, and this is something that I never really exercised, is that we're doing a half a class as well as a restorative class. So we'll start with the pillow off to the side, and we're not using the exercise roller. That's just because I was for me. And we'll start in seated position, and you can start with the legs bent and the feet a little wider than the hips. And then you can take the elbows right over the knees and just hold on to the feet and exhale and let the head fall as you release forward, as I just check one more thing with this technology and make sure that it is indeed good. And in this forward fold with the feet as wide as the mat, let your head fall and go right into your breathing. So you're breathing in and out through the nose and letting the head dangle. And just stay with the breath. And just feel yourself nice and long through the low back. And as you start to tune into your breathing, just notice any area of tension with real, like a relaxed noticing. So there's nothing that you're not feeling tightness so much, but more the signal of the body saying, okay, this is the area to soften. This is the area to let go. And as you continue to breathe in and out, and as you continue to let the head fall, and just notice again if you can get heavier and if you can fall more down out of the low back. Continuing to stay with your breathing as you do. And again, the head dangles, the neck is long. You take in 3 more deep breaths. Keeping again the length in the spine. One more deep breath. And then you can slowly uncurl. And take your hands right up. And take the hands right to the tops of the knees. Now you might have felt some nice releasing in the low back. And then just press the hands down into the knees and pull yourself forward to the front of the bum bones. And the chin comes back slightly. So you get that nice length through the spine. And then you can take the arm around. You're going to twist to the right and take the right hand behind. Turn the fingers out. Take the left hand across and do a tall turn. Not too much of a spiral turn. You're not twisting too much at the beginning. And you take a deep breath and feel yourself heighten, pull up from the core like you're zippering up the abdomen. You're gazing up at the eyes to lengthen the spine. And then you're going to turn around again. Come on over to the left. Take that right hand behind. Get your wonderful rise from the low back. Get that lift from the low back. And again, you're really tall in the back, keeping that rise. And then you can come forward again. We'll do this one more time. Taking the fingers out, rise and lift from the rib cage, opening through the chest. Stay with your breathing. Excellent. One more breath. Again, nice and tall. And then you can come on back to your center. Rotate, turn. Again, the hand is in close. You're lifting from the rib cage. You're lengthening from the spine. You're breathing steady. Gazing back slightly. And one more breath. And then you can come back to the front. Now we'll come into a forward bend with the right leg in front. And you're bringing the left heel right onto the inside of the right thigh. And you pull the toes back. Now, if that's a bit too much for the knee, you can always have the heel out further. And the third option is to take the foot so it comes to the top of the thigh, and potentially, for super gumby people, You take the foot in and then you wrap it around, and you can either grab onto your arm to square your shoulder back and extend forward in half lotus, or if you're super, super Gumby, you can take that arm around, grab onto the foot, and then breathe in and exhale forward. So you keep that length in through the low back as you reach forward, and your breathing is steady. You get the toes to pull back as you reach out, and you lengthen through the spine. Nice steady breath. Now you can breathe in, lift all the way back up. Now turn to your left and rise up. We're going to go into a fuller twist of the spine. And you can pull your toes back with your lift. Get that length coming up. You're gazing back. Try to come to the front of the bum bones in your longer twist and turning a little more to gaze back. And the shoulder is back and down, that right shoulder. Sorry, left shoulder, mirroring that left shoulder. One more full breath as you stay tall. Here we go. Now you can come back to the front. One more time, extend out over that right leg. Reaching forward. Pull the toes back as you extend forward from the waist. Now just do your little giggle, little pulling in through the core. And one more big breath as you get out there. And then you can breathe in. Lift right up from the bottom of the back. So you got that turn. Now, I'm crossing the leg, and if your foot is down, you can stay there and press the foot into the thigh actively. That sends the hip knee out. And then one more time, extend out over that leg as you reach forward from the waist and the toes are calling back. Your breathing is steady. And then you can breathe in, come on all the way back up. Great. Now you can pull that left knee up, and you're going to take the foot apart and just pull up from your core. So to show you this position from the side, it's just a pull up. So you're pulling up from the low back, the chin comes back, feels like you're pressing the back of the head onto in the car when you have the headrest. So that lift from there. Now I'm lifting from the low back, using the bend of the elbows to keep the arc of the low back and head pressing back. So the chin is back. It's a drawing back with the chin. It's a tricky word. And then you turn to your left again. So you take the right hand across, prop up again, turn, gaze back, and push up. So you're down on the bum bones on each side as you rotate. And you lift from the ribs. Now you're pulling the toes back and you lengthen from the spine. And you're gazing back as again you stay to the front of the bum bones. And then you can come on back. Okay, great. Now we'll take the heel out, that left heel out, and then we'll change legs. So we take the right leg up. And again, you're either pressing the foot against the thigh. You might come down a little lower if it's a bit much for the knee. Or you can take the foot to the top of the thigh. You can see the toes pull back. Or you can come into half lotus that you take that foot high. It goes to the waist and then it drops. And then you take this arm around to grab the other arm. That draws the shoulder down nicely. Or if you can do the super gummy version I'm doing, you can do that rotation, take the arm around, breathe in to extend up and out and lengthen out from your low back. Keep reaching forward from the waist. Stay with your breathing. Excellent, keep that reach. Keep the toes pulling back as you reach out through that heel. lengthening and expanding forward from the waist. And then you can breathe in. Come on all the way back up. You're going to rotate to the side. You're going to take that hand across, lift and gaze back. Again, keep staying to the front of the bum so you get a wonderful lift. Right out of your right side of your low back. Really lift, really turn. Rising, breathing steadily. Great. And then you can come back to the front again, repeating the extension over, lengthening out from the waist. Again, your foot might be down. Reach out from there. Reach the chest forward as the toes pull back. Stay with your breathing. Breathing coming all the way back up. Now you can uncross that leg and then you can take the foot. So the foot is apart, your hip width apart. And then you're going to turn again. I'll show you from the side. You're going to turn again. Take that left hand across, press the hand behind, push the fingers out to lift you, prop you up, and gaze over that right shoulder. Get a wonderful reach. You're feeling both bum bones pressing down as you get that length. You're super tall. Really, really, really lift up. I often like to do little wiggles to just crank and release the neck. It sounds so awful to crank, but it actually, the neck really does crank around quite a bit. And if you turn the eyes back to look to the right as much as you can, that helps to direct the top of the back. And one more breath. And then you can release. And now we'll take both legs straight out. You can grab your butt and just pull back. This will help to get you right to the front of the butt, the bum cheeks, and that will take you into the top of the hamstring. Now, pull your toes back, your feet are slightly apart, and then take the hands in line with your hips. You press into the palms, take an in-breath, gaze up, lengthening the spine, and then exhale and tuck the chin. Breathe in and out through the nose as the palms press back. So this is very good after having a neck injury. This is something that helps with whiplash. It helps with needing to lengthen the spine, upper back and neck. When I was just my whiplash story, I've had whiplash, I think 3 times. And one time I was 4 months pregnant and so my neck really whiplashed because of the relaxin hormone. And I had very little injury, I guess, just, from keeping the neck so mobile. There was a lot of mobility in the neck. So I brag about that to say that the neck, if you keep it mobile, you can have a lot less tension. And this is a really good pose. So your chin is tucked. And as you breathe in and out, you have to really suck the air in because you've tightened your esophagus. So you've got to suck the air in strongly. And this will actually draw the breath further into your back. My grandson Onyx says actually a lot, and I've started to pick it up. He'll say, we're actually going to bed now. And I said, really? Okay. So just feel free to use actually in your life more. Just pressing down through your hands, and you keep the back super long. You really lift as the hands press down. Staying with your breathing. Great. Now you can turn. We're going to do a rotation again. The left hand comes across onto the outside of the knee. The right hand, the fingertips turn out again. And then you do your lift and rotation once again. Prop up. You're right at the front of the bum bones across, of course. And you stay with your breathing. Steady breath. Feel that rise. Feel the lift out of the rib cage. Gazing back. 2 more breaths in your rise. Wonderful lift. Great. And then you can turn. We'll come to the other side. Take that right hand across. The left hand really close to the bum. Press into the palm as you gaze back. Feel a wonderful lift pushing up from the palm. Now, I'm always told that the arms are the right height. They're not too long. They're not too short by one of my teachers, but I don't believe them. So sometimes you might need to use like fingertips to prop up to get your long back. So just notice, and people will often use a block or a book, and there's always that option too. So either position, just make sure you really get lifted. And again, do any little cranking of the neck you need to. And you can come back. Okay, now we're facing the front, and we're going to take the hands to the outsides of the elbows. Pull the shoulders down, take an in-breath, lift the eyes, and then exhale and tuck the chin. Breathe into the upper back, lengthening through the spine, and staying with your breathing. Again, keep the lift in the back. And then you can gently release the arms and come down. Good. Now we've done our lengthening in our back, upper back, middle back. Now we're going to come into the low back more by grabbing the pillow. In this case, I'm using the bolster, of course. So if you have a yoga bolster or a very firm cushion from the sofa, that works as well. You're going to take your bum right to the top of the bolster. Now lower your upper body down, have your knees bent, and now just wriggle your shoulder blades under. Letting your shoulders go right into your breath. Now just feel the whole body, pull your pants up. Feel the whole body release into the bolster, into the pillow, so that your back is long and your shoulders are resting back and under. Now from here, there's just a wonderful releasing open of the chest and the shoulders. And then you're going to bend the knees and draw the knees in wide, just hugging at the front of the knees. Fantastic low back stretch. And you're letting the elbows bend to draw the knees in. And you're letting go completely. Now you can reach the heels up. Now grab onto the feet and bend the knees to the outside so you get that wonderful, wonderful length. And I hope you can see what my bum is doing. I made the mistake of wearing navy blue tights with a navy blue bolster. Completely forgot. I was thinking I'd be on my blue yoga mat. So I'll be really specific with my instructions. You're going to keep the knees bent, and again, the shoulders draw back. That really helps to relax the neck. You're gently rocking side to side in happy baby. And then from there, you can let the left leg straighten. Now keep the right knee bent up and do half a happy baby while this left leg releases and you open through the hip. Let your shoulder rest back. Come into your breathing in and out through the nose. Fantastic stretch through that left front pocket. Now, I want you to go right into where you feel heat, right in the top of the thigh, and rub up and down there with the whole palm and fingertips. And then I'm going to use the fingertips to go deeper into the base of the psoas muscle. This is where it ends. And you want to just press. In fact, if you find kind of a tight area or it feels like a bruise, just press into that area a bit more. This really helps to draw the blood into where your hands go. Good, one more breath. Great, and then you can just release that left hand. Feel the warmth of that rubbing massage action. You've drawn more blood into the base of your psoas muscle. Gotta say that carefully. And then just do a gentle rock side to side. Your little foot, sorry, I'm thinking of my grandson, your little foot will come along with you as you roll from side to side. Great. And then you can take that right leg all the way out. Bend the left knee, pull your pants up if you need to, and bend that left knee in, half a happy baby. It's nice and warm in through the fold of the hip flexor. The right leg is reaching out and your upper body is relaxed. You're letting go. Great. Pull that left knee in. Again, the right thigh is relaxing down. Come into your breathing. Good. Letting everything go. Just the action of the hand grabbing the foot, pulling in. Excellent. Take the right hand to the top of the right thigh and rubbing in there. Stay with your breathing. Use the whole hand, fingertips and palm. That will be less of a direct hit, so to speak. And then you can use your fingertips to go right into the tip of the psoas there, the base of the psoas rather. So really rubbing, opening up there. And then you can relax the hand, do a little rock side to side. The right arm just rests back. Breathing steadily. Great. And then release that right leg down. Excellent. Breath. Good. Now we're going to relax. Come into a restorative attitude that you're letting yourself go. And you let your feet come down and roll out in relaxation. Now, just in case there's tension in the low back because you are arcing, then feel free to bring the bolster up a tiny bit higher. So it's just at your upper bum, and that'll support the tailbone more. And then you can straighten the legs more. And if that is still too much of an arc through the low back, you would bend your knees and have your feet slightly apart, or feet apart, just as wide as your hips. And then you're going to go right into your breathing. So either stay straight or bend the legs. Now take a moment to go into silence and to breathe in and out through the nose, just letting go. Staying with your breathing. Keeping this wonderful length in the spine. Now just notice if there's any way you can let go anymore. Staying with your breath. And then once again, breathing and enjoying the silence. We'll take a few minutes in silence. Okay, that's it. That's all I'll say. Be quiet. letting your body go. Take another 3 minutes in silence. It's okay, Lena. It's okay, sweetie. I'm just looking, there's a whole classroom just looking at the fence of statues. I'm just admiring the statues, all these masked young people. Adorable. And another minute and a half of letting go. And taking a final 30 seconds of deep, relaxed breathing. Excellent. Now, the arms, if they're out to the side, bring them down alongside the body. And then gently bend your knees if they're not bent and come right onto the flats of the feet, feet apart. Now gently draw your right leg up and in. Pull the knee in really snug. If this movement is done gently, you might get a lot of movement in the spine, a lot of releasing of vertebrae in the neck and the low back. And then you can come on into circles with that right knee. And if it feels great, let the left leg straighten. We're going to really take our time. So move really deliberately. We'll take 2 minutes just to circle the knee, to squeeze into the right thigh. The elbow bends are drawing the leg in, and the left leg is relaxed. And come in the other direction. Good, and feel free to change directions or stay in one squeezing spot as you pull the leg in to stretch into a tight area. And we have another minute to really feel into how to best stretch. And then do a gentle rock side to side. Good, and then continue a little longer. Again, do a best stretch for you. And then you can release that right leg down. Relax and let go. Let the arms rest to the side. Good, feel the difference in the two thighs. How it feels to get more blood into the right hip. The warmth and just the higher hum or vibration in your thigh. Good, and then on your next inhale, draw that left leg up. And again, you can keep the right leg straight or bend it in if that helps to give you a better stretch in the left thigh. Come on into circles. And then come in the other direction. Good, and continue for another couple of minutes, stretching and bending the knee in as you need. Moving in any way that feels amazing. Anyway, I'm pulling this left knee way to the outside, so like this, and that's really helping to pull it off of the right hip flexor and psoas. So that's amazing. You'll have usually one side tighter, you'll be bilateral, and so feel free to experiment and notice where do you find the tension on each side. That gives you the information to know, oh, I need to stretch my right hip more. Because until we can get the sides even, sometimes you often need to focus on the tighter side and getting more of a stretch there. And just keep the breathing full. You're letting your upper body relax. Just the bend of the elbows pulls the leg in. Just roll side to side a little. Windshield wiper the knee. Breath. Take another minute breathing and releasing. Good, a couple more breaths to finish. Great. And then you can gently release that leg. Have both legs straight or keep the knees bent if you need to. And then just notice if you've traveled a bit, you need to kind of pull your pants up or let the bolster come up a little bit higher onto the low back, and then let your feet roll out again. And if you need to bend the knees to release your low back. Pull your pants up. And just relaxing the upper body so you can open through the chest. Staying with your breath. Steady breath. Great. Now you can bend your knees again and just bring the feet in. Now, just with the feet flat, you're going to do a small press of the tailbone away. You'll still keep the flat and low back on the bolster. Now, this will help to stretch into the low back. So I'm doing a pelvic tilt to show you the difference. So there's relaxed. There's the press. I'm pressing the feet down, and the feet are naturally apart. And that's it. And you just keep pressing the feet down, and you're going to do your little half a giggle, so little just to press down through the low back. And as you press into your knees, and as you press into the feet, you're really activating the quads, and your upper body is uninvolved entirely. Good. So you keep tracking the knees away. That's really good for the quad muscles. And you're breathing in and out through the nose as you keep pressing your feet down. Steady breath. Nice, steady breath. Great. Then you're going to bring the legs up in the air again. This time the legs straighten and you reach through the heels and pull back from the toes. Now as you reach, you're really pulling the heels high and spreading the toes as they come down, lengthening through the backs of the knees, and then gently, gently plow the feet over towards the head side. And you get that great reach. Heels are apart, balls of the feet together. And I just want to show you from the side. So the feet stay like this, heels apart. And that's a really great way to open up the hips by keeping the knees tracking and kissing together. They roll in a bit. And then you reach the feet over as far and long out as you can. Your upper body lets go as you breathe steadily. Keeping the shoulders under to get that wonderful reach. Staying with your breath. Breath. Keep the heels reaching. Keep lengthening from the low back. And then you can take your legs wide. So you're going to hold on to the heels and extend the legs over. Get a wonderful reach out from your heels. And then if you can do a pulse, keep the heels reaching out and the toes pulling back. Excellent. You're you're lengthening through the inner thighs, getting that wonderful reach. Pulsing out, lengthening through the backs of the legs. Excellent. Breath. And then you can take the legs together. Pull back from the toes. Now we're going to take the legs together over to the left. And if you need to bend the knees like so, because it's easier to get down, please do. If you can keep the legs straight, excellent. The opposite right shoulder, this is a big stretch. The opposite right shoulder is down and under, so you're going to really open the chest on that side. Keep on breathing, open the rib cage as that right shoulder stays back. Opening through the chest, keeping your breathing steady. Fabulous, and then you can breathe in, draw back up. Drawing the legs together, you reach out through the heels, pull the feet back towards you again, and get the heels reaching up. Notice if you feel a difference on the right hip. And pull the toes back, spread them, actively send the heels out, tuck the chin, and then relax the head back. So the gaze is straight to the ceiling. Keep with your breathing constant as you reach the heels out. Super lengthening through the backs of the legs, coming into the hamstrings. And then you can reach over to the right, either bend the knees to get over, or you can keep the legs straight. Gaze to your left, draw that left shoulder blade back. Opening out of that left hip, wonderful side stretch. Keeping the breathing steady as you breathe and release and let go. Again, keep the shoulder back. Keeping the shoulder back. Staying with your breath. Excellent. One more deep breath. Great. Bring both legs back up. Nice to go one at a time usually. And then you're going to just bend the knees, take the bolster up a little bit higher so it's into your low back and the top of your bum. Then wriggle your shoulder blades up, come back into knees wide and pull the knees wide, opening up in through the inner thigh. So you're going to do an inner thigh stretch as the knees pull to the outside as much as you can. Then you grab on, take your hands in between, grab onto your feet. You're going to hold onto your feet, but again, I've got short legs, so maybe you're going to hold onto the shins, and then you press the feet together, and then press the knees away as you breathe in and out through the nose, and let your shoulders rest back. Fantastic stretch. Stay with your breathing. Beautiful breath. Keep on pressing the feet actively together. Great. And then you can let your heels drop. Okay, knees are bent. Take the right leg up in the air, bend it in. Good. And then you reach for the heel. Come on into toe circles. Coming around. And then the other direction. Great. Now point. Really point, really point. Stretch the shin. And then flex. Pulling the toes back. Spread the toes as you reach the heel out. And then point. And flex. Again, the toes pull back. Spread the toes as the heel reaches. Okay, great. Now bring the foot towards you. The left foot presses down on the floor to stretch that left quad. You get the heel reaching out, reaching out, reaching out. Hold on somewhere, either behind the knee or towards the foot, and pull the leg towards you. Keep that left foot pressing down to stretch through the left quad. Elbows bend to the outside now, and that just helps to open the neck. And you keep that right heel reaching out, and then pull down. And you can bend that right knee. And then just pull your pants up. And maybe you need to pull the bolster up a little bit as it traveled. And make sure you've got the bolster on the low back and the top of the bum. Let the leg rest down. Feel the difference between the right and left leg. Hopefully there's a lot of warmth in the upper right leg. Let yourself soften into the bolster, letting go. Excellent. Now on the next in-breath, bring the left knee up and in. Reach for the heel. Extend the leg up, rest the arms to the side. Spread the toes as you pull the toes back to you. And then come on into circles, coming around. And other direction. And now you can point and flex. And point and flex. And point and flex. Point, flex, really pull the toes back as you flex the heel to the ceiling now. And then strongly point, really stretch the shin, upper body relaxed. Excellent. Now you can pull the toes back and then reach the heel towards you. Keep the right foot on the floor pressing down, and then hold on behind the knee or potentially towards the foot as you pull that leg in towards you. The other thing you do is you actively press down through the low core. That'll help to pin your quad down, your thigh, and you pull the leg towards you. You know what? If you're here and your knee is bent, excellent. You're still getting well into the buttock. If you're here and that's all you've got, by keeping the leg straight, you're opening through this is a great area to open up. These are the insertions of your legs, the lower leg muscles, upper leg muscles. And just so you can impress people at parties, it's called popliteal. It's where everything inserts in the back muscles. And so you're just gonna, if you can, keep the leg straight to get that area, and then pulling the leg down towards you. Right foot presses into the floor. You're staying with your breathing. Really reach out. And then you can release that left leg down. Now, just completely let go there. Great. Now, take get the bolster right into the low back area. And then with the knees apart, do a small, easy sway side to side, really easy. You don't need to go far to stretch. This is just more of a massaging action in your low back. Breathe and be happy. Really releasing. Great. And then you can bend your knees in. And just draw the knees in wide. Excellent. Bring the feet up in the air. Come back to your toes pulling back and your heels reaching out. Lengthen through the back of the legs. Breath. And then you can release the legs. Come on down. Letting go. Relax the arms. Good. Now we're going to change position. And we're going to go for another about 15 minutes and take the body into the opposite position, which is to stretch right through the upper body, in through the chest and the shoulders. So we take the bolster long ways, and if you're using a pillow, then you can fold over the pillow. Just adjust your hair and take the soles of the feet together. And then you're going to take the low back right up to the edge of your pillow or bolster, and then let your upper body come back. Let the arms rest to the side as the palms roll up to the ceiling, and come right into your breath. Now, as you press your feet together and the knees splay out, just feel the chest open. And come into your breathing. Feel how the belly rises on the inhale and sinks as you exhale. The upper body is soft. You'll feel the chest open. And do any little wiggling of the shoulder blades under you need to feel the neck long and the throat soft. Breathe deep so you draw the breath down low into the belly. Good. And in this position, enjoy the feeling of the heart being open. This has advantages for the heart muscle when you stretch open the chest, but it also has kind of, how can I say, an energetic advantage. When the posture is open and your heart area is open anatomically, that posture also means you're open to closeness with others, intimacy. You're open to what can happen. And it seems so wild to think that your posture could determine your state of mind. But now we know that's a truth. That is a scientific truth. If your breathing is full and your chest is open, you have more relaxed thoughts. And of course, more relaxed thoughts means many things. You can be more creative, more receptive to good ideas, to teamwork, to progress. You'll be in less pain. And that also means you might be a greater risk taker, so to speak, more creative again. So the posture of an open heart really helps to determine how you will behave, how you will act, how you will think. So as you breathe and let go, feel how open you are in the chest and shoulders. And I didn't mention, but in your position like this, you may notice that your body temperature really drops. So I'm going to go get a blanket, because often when your body opens this much and you let go this much, you can really, really drop your body temperature. So feel free to use a blanket to rest your body back and take the blanket over your body and let go. Now, as we take another 3 minutes in silence, do notice if there's anything you need to change in the positioning of your body on the bolster. Just notice if there's any part of your body that could soften and let go more. Continuing to breathe and soften, letting your front body open. The belly rising as you inhale and sinking as you exhale. Just letting go. And as you're lying in silence, notice if you need to change the arm position. I just brought my arms higher. It's a great stretch of the chest. Just notice what feels right. Continue to breathe and let go. And of course, at any time, do any little wiggling you need to do to soften and relax into the bolster more. Keep on letting go. And taking another 30 seconds to let go and release. And with any luck, maybe your mind was really still. That's such a practice to see if you can let go of thoughts when you're letting go of the body's tension anywhere without feeling like you're doing a good job. Just the sense of surrendering. And then you can gently, however the arms are, let them come down alongside the body. Let yourself go again. And then you can bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet to the floor and just press the feet into the floor. Now tilt the tailbone out and do a stretch into the low back as you press the tailbone out. Excellent. And then you can slowly lower, come all the way back down to the floor. Stay with your breathing. And one more time, press into the feet. Peel the tailbone away. Lengthen, lengthen. Breath. And then you can slowly lower again. Next we take the hands behind the head. You can interlace the fingers. Take an in-breath and then tuck the chin and look down. Stay with your breathing. In and out through the nose. And then with the chin tucked, you can slowly lower. Come on all the way down. And then release your arms to the side once again. And then take your right hand behind the left ear. Behind the left ear, you now look down to the right and keep your left hand dropped back. You're opening through the chest. And then you can gently release the weight of the head down. Take the arm out to the side. Take the right hand across, taking an inhale. Turn to the left, looking down. Stay with your breathing. And then you can come on all the way down. Release the weight of the head again. And do a gentle rock of the head from side to side. Shoulders are back. And then relaxing the head. Good. Now let your legs straighten and release and feel the backs of the knees soft and open. Take a couple of breaths in to finish this position. Nice steady breaths. Opening and breathing. Good, and then you can take the arms down alongside the body again. Bend your knees and gently roll to your right side and draw right up to, draw to that side. Let go for a moment there. Take 2 deeper breaths, just feeling yourself dropping into the weight. Body's weight dropping into the floor, rather, just letting go. And then very gently, either roll into seated position, or if you can roll over and get the bolster right underneath your legs. So you're going to continue as we began, which is to take the bolster underneath the knees. Lie the body back, releasing into the floor. And what we'll do is just finish in a really sweet way today, that I will take you into Shavasana, and then I'll leave you there. And you can just stay in Shavasana for the right amount of time. I will give a couple of pointers. You may wish to do part of your Shavasana with the soles of the feet together like this, and letting the knees splay out to the side. Either way, if you have the legs straight out, let yourself go completely and take approximately 9 minutes in Shavasana. Unless you want to go into a nap and you have the ability to, or the time, or the luxury, and then let yourself come into a nap. It's just that if you go longer in Shavasana, you could get kind of tired and heavy feeling. It's best to stay under 10 minutes. So here I go. I'm going to come on up to seated. I'm going to wish you a fantastic day as you stay in silence and come right into your Shavasana and let yourself go completely. And have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the practice and the rest of your day. And I'll see you at the next class.